Let's enjoy your trip to Japan. Chubu region. The Chubu region is located in the central part of Japan and includes many prefectures, including Niigata Prefecture, Toyama Prefecture, Ishikawa Prefecture, Fukui Prefecture, Yamanashi Prefecture, Nagano Prefecture, Gifu Prefecture, Shizuoka Prefecture, and Aichi Prefecture. The Chubu region has some hidden gems that are attractive to foreign tourists. Below are some carefully selected recommended spots. Sumago Juku, Nagano Prefecture. Detailed information on Sumago Juku. History: Edo period post town. Sumago Juku was the 42nd post town on the Nakasendo Road, and was a place where travelers from Edo to Kyoto stayed. It flourished in the early Edo period and developed as a post town. The town was part of a major transportation route and prospered with many travelers and merchants passing through. Decline and preservation movement since the Meiji period with the opening of the railway in the Meiji period. Sumago's role as a post station on the Nakasendo Road faded, and it gradually fell into decline. However, in the 1960s, the town's historical value was re-evaluated, and preservation efforts were undertaken thanks to the efforts of local residents. As a result, it was designated an important preservation district for groups of traditional buildings in 1976. And the scenery from that time is still preserved today. Places to see. Wakihanjin Okutani, a symbolic building of the post town. It was used as a wakihanjin, a lodging facility for high-ranking samurai and travelers at the time. You can tour the interior and get a glimpse into the lifestyle of the Edo period. Sumagojuku Hanjin, another important building, it was a place of lodging for feudal lords and nobles of the time. It is now open to the public as a museum, where documents and furnishings from that time are on display. Nakasendo Hiking Trail. The approximately 8 km stretch from Sumago to Magome is a particularly popular hiking trail. Walking along well-maintained paths, you can experience what it was like to be a traveler in the Edo period. Access. Trains and buses. Take the Chuo line from Matsumoto Station or Nagoya Station in Nagano Prefecture to Nakatsugawa Station, then take a 50-minute bus ride to Sumago Juku. Alternatively, you can take the Iida line and then take a bus from Iida Station, but there are few buses, so we recommend checking the timetable in advance. By car from Nakatsugawa IC on the Chuo Expressway, head north on National Route 19 and arrive at Sumago Juku in about 40 minutes. Parking lots are also available, and parking spaces are relatively readily available even during peak tourist seasons. Things to note when visiting. Preparation for walking tours. Sumago Juku has preserved its old townscape, so the best way to tour the town is on foot. It is a good idea to wear comfortable walking shoes. Be aware of the weather. Sumago Juku is located in the mountains, so the weather can change quickly, and there may be snow and ice in winter. If you visit in winter, you will need to bring warm clothing and non-slip shoes. Opening hours. Many attractions and shops close early, so if you arrive late you may not be able to see all the sights. We recommend checking opening hours in advance. Food and accommodation. During peak tourist season, restaurants and accommodations can get busy, so it is recommended to make reservations in advance, especially if you plan on staying overnight. Sumago Juku is a charming tourist destination where history and nature come together. You can spend a relaxing time while fully enjoying the atmosphere of the Edo period. Shirakawa-go and Gokuyama. Gifu Prefecture. Detailed information on Shirakawa-go and Gokuyama. 1. Historical origin and development. Shirakawa-go Gifu Prefecture and Gokuyama Toyama Prefecture are both settlements with a unique architectural style called Gasho-zakuri. This region experiences heavy snowfall, and thatched roof houses develop to withstand the snow and cold. The name, Gasho-zakuri, comes from the fact that the steeply sloping thatched roof resembles the shape of hands clasped together in a gasho style. The settlement developed around agriculture and sericulture, and the attic space, which was particularly suited to sericulture, played a major role. World Heritage Site in 1995, the Shirakawa-go and Gokuyama Gasho style villages were registered as UNESCO World Heritage Sites and are currently being preserved. This has brought the region's traditional lifestyle and culture to global attention. Places to see. Shirakawa-go Ogimachi Gasho Style Village. The most famous village in Shirakawa-go, lined with gasho-style houses of various sizes. In winter, the snow scenery is beautiful, and the light-up events in particular create a fantastical sight. Wada House. Designated an important cultural property, the Wada House is the largest gasho-style house in Shirakawa-go, and its interior is open to the public as a museum. Historical farm tools and household items are on display, giving you a sense of what life was like back then. Shirakawa-go Observatory, a viewing spot overlooking the entire village, offering a panoramic view of the beautiful scenery throughout the seasons. The snowy scenery in winter is particularly spectacular. Gokuyama, Inokura Gasho-style village, a quiet village with few tourists and well-preserved houses in Gokuyama. Located in the mountains, you can enjoy a landscape that is in harmony with nature. It is not as touristy as Shirakawa-go and has a more relaxed atmosphere. Shuganuma Gasho-style village, another famous village in Gokuyama, also registered as a World Heritage Site. There is also a small museum and an exhibition of traditional crafts within the village. Common attractions. Gasho-style houses. The construction techniques have been passed down from generation to generation and are characterized by the skillful technique of joining pieces of wood together without the use of nails. The roofs are replaced every 30 to 40 years, and the spirit of yui bonds is valued as local residents work together to carry out the work. Scenery in every season. The fresh greenery of spring, the lush countryside of summer, the colorful leaves of autumn, and the snowy landscapes of winter make it worth a visit in any season. Access. Shirakawa-go. Train and bus. Take the Takayama main line from Nagoya Station or Kanazawa Station to Takayama Station, then take a bus for about 50 minutes to Shirakawa-go. There is also a direct bus to Shirakawa-go from Kanazawa Station. There are express buses from Nagoya and long-distance buses from Toyama, Kanazawa, and Tokyo. By car, a few minutes by car from Shirakawa-go IC on the Hokuriku Expressway. Parking is available, so it is convenient to access by car. Gokuyama train and bus. Take the Takayama main line to Joanna Station. Then take a bus to each of the villages in Gokuyama. There are also buses running from Shirakawa-go to Gokuyama. By car, each village is within 15 minutes by car from Gokuyama IC on the Tokai Hokuriku Expressway. There is also a parking lot here. Things to be aware of when visiting snowfall in winter. Shirakawa-go and Gokuyama are areas that receive heavy snowfall, so roads and sidewalks may freeze over in winter. If you visit in winter, it is important to bring warm clothing and non-slip shoes. Avoid crowds. Shirakawa-go is a particularly popular tourist destination, so expect crowds during peak tourist seasons and illumination periods. If you want to avoid the crowds, we recommend visiting early in the morning or on a weekday. Gokuyama is less crowded than Shirakawa-go, so it's a good choice if you want a quieter experience. Note, when visiting the interior, there are many valuable cultural assets inside the Gasho-style buildings, so photography may be restricted during the tour. In addition, the building is made of wood, so open flames are strictly prohibited. Accommodation. It is possible to stay overnight in a Gasho-style house. Especially in winter, there are lodgings where you can experience traditional Japanese life while staying warm by the hearth. We recommend you make your reservation early. Shirakawa-go and Gokuyama are wonderful tourist destinations where you can learn about traditional Japanese lifestyles and enjoy scenery in harmony with nature. Each season has its own unique charm, and there is something new to discover every time you visit. Takayama Gifu Prefecture. More information about Takayama 1. History. Development as a castle town. Takayama Hida. Takayama is a castle town. Built by Kanamori Nagachika at the end of the 16th century. Takayama Castle functioned as the political and economic center of the time. And the town developed such a beautiful streetscape that it was called Little Kyoto of Hida. During the Edo period, Takayama became a direct territory of the Shogunate Kenryo, and Hida woodworking techniques developed. In particular, the craftsmanship and architecture created by the artisans are highly regarded, and the traditions live on to this day. Preservation movement. Takayama's traditional townscape has been preserved despite the wave of post-war urban development. And in 1979 it was designated a National Important Preservation District for groups of traditional buildings by the national government. This has helped preserve Takayama's historical scenery and has allowed it to continue to develop as a tourist destination. Places to see. Old Townscape. Mimachi Traditional Buildings Preservation District. A section lined with townhouses from the Edo period, with many merchant houses and sake breweries remaining. As you walk through the town, you will come across a row of historic buildings, making you feel as if you have traveled back in time. Among them, the Kamisanomashi area is the most popular and is also famous as a photo spot. Takayama Festival. Yatai Kaiken. The Takayama Festival, held in spring and autumn, is famous nationwide and features gorgeous floats parading through the town. Some of the floats used in the festival are on display at this hall, allowing you to enjoy the festival atmosphere all year round. Takayama Jinya. This was the Edo period magistrate's office, and is the only surviving building in the country. It served as the administrative and judicial center at the time, and its interior is now open to the public as a museum. Hida Folk Village Hida no Sato, an open-air museum located on the outskirts of Takayama that preserves old houses and farmhouses from the Hida region. Traditional household items and agricultural tools are on display, allowing visitors to learn about life in Hida. Morning markets Miyagawa Morning Market, Jinya Morning Market. Takayama's morning markets are lined with fresh local vegetables, fruits, crafts, and more, allowing you to experience local life. Access. Train. Take the Junior Takayama Main Line Express, Hida, from Nagoya Station and arrive at Takayama Station in about 2.5 hours. It is also accessible from Kanazawa Station via the Takayama Main Line. Bus. There are also express buses available from Nagoya, Tokyo, and Kanazawa. There are many buses from Nagoya, and the journey takes about 2.5 hours. Car. It is convenient to use the Takayama IC on the Tokai Hokuriku Expressway. It is easily accessible from Nagoya and Kanazawa, making it a perfect tourist destination. Things to note when visiting. Tourist season and crowds. Takayama gets very crowded, especially during the Spring Takayama Festival April 14 to 15 and Autumn Takayama Festival October 9 to 10. Accommodation and transportation will be busy during the festival, so early reservations and planning are required. Winter climate. Takayama is an area that receives a lot of snow in winter. If you visit in winter, you will need to take precautions against snow and ice. We also recommend checking road conditions before traveling. Accommodation and meals. Takayama has many inns and hotels, with hot spring inns being particularly popular. You can also enjoy local cuisine such as Hida beef and Hoba miso, so be sure to enjoy the local flavors when you dine here. Accommodations can fill up quickly during peak tourist season, so it's a good idea to make reservations early. Suwa Taisha Nagano Prefecture. Details about Suwa Taisha 1. History. A place of worship since ancient times. Suwa Taisha, located in Nagano Prefecture, is one of the oldest shrines in Japan, and is said to have been founded in the Age of the Gods. It is a large shrine consisting of 4 shrines: Kamisha Hanmiya, Kamisha Mamiya, Shimosha Akimiya, and Shimosha Harumiya around Lake Suwa, and is the head shrine of the Suwa shrines, which number more than 10,000 throughout Japan. The main deity is Takeminakata no Kami, who has been worshipped since ancient times as the god of agriculture, hunting, and war. Onbashira Festival. The Onbashira Festival, held once every 7 years in the Years of the Tiger and the Monkey, is the largest event at Suwa Taisha Shrine and is designated as an important intangible folk cultural property of Japan. The festival is known for carving giant Onbashira wooden pillars from the mountains and erecting them at the shrine. This spectacular festival attracts many tourists and is famous throughout the country. Places to see. Kamisha Hanmiya. Kamisha Hanmiya is the most important shrine in Suwa Taisha and exudes a solemn atmosphere. Behind the main shrine is a large tree that is worshipped as a sacred object, and you can feel its divine power here. Kamisha Mamiya. Kamisha Mamiya is a smaller shrine compared to the main shrine, but has a charming, tranquil atmosphere. This is where the Onbashira pillar stands, which is said to be the origin of Suwa Taisha Shrine. And it has been considered an important center of faith since ancient times. Shimosha Akimiya. Shimosha Akimiya features a beautiful wooden shrine building. In particular, a large tree called Kaji no Ki is revered as a sacred tree and is the symbol of the shrine. There is also a spring within the grounds, and there are many sights to see, such as the Manji stone Buddha and the large Torii gate. Shimosha Harumiya. Shimosha Harumiya is a beautiful shrine located near Lake Suwa, in harmony with the nature of the 4 seasons. Access. Train. Take the Junior Chuo line. The nearest station is Kami Suwa Station, or Shimo Suwa Station. From Tokyo, it takes about 2.5 hours on the Azusa Express train from Shinjuku Station, and about 2.5 hours on the Shinano Express train from Nagoya. Bus. There are sightseeing buses operating within Suwa City, which can take you to Kamisha Hanmiya, Kamisha Mamiya, Shimosha Akimiya, and Shimosha Harumiya. It is convenient to travel from Kamisha Hanmiya to Shimosha Akimiya by bus or taxi. Car. Approximately 10 minutes by car from Suwa IC or Okaya IC on the Chuo Expressway. Although there are parking lots at each shrine, they become very crowded during the Onbashira festival, so it is recommended that you use public transportation. Things to note when visiting. Crowds during the Onbashira festival. The festival is expected to be particularly crowded during the year, so plan ahead and make your hotel reservations. During the festival, traffic restrictions are often in place and access to the shrine may be restricted. Seasonal preparations. Snow can fall in the Suwa region in winter, and the stone steps and paths within the temple grounds can freeze over. If you visit in winter, it is important to bring warm clothing and non-slip shoes. Visitor etiquette. Suwa Taisha Shrine is an ancient place of worship, and visitors are expected to observe traditional etiquette. It is also important to be considerate of those around you when taking photographs or using mobile phones. Suwa Taisha Shrine is a sacred place where you can experience the history of its worship since ancient times and Japanese culture. Each shrine has its own unique characteristics, making it a valuable tourist destination, where you can learn more about Japanese traditions while enjoying the scenery of each season. Kurobe Gorge, Toyama Prefecture. Detailed information about Kurobe Gorge. 1. History. Origin of Kurobe Gorge. Kurobe Gorge is one of Japan's deepest V-shaped gorges, located in Toyama Prefecture. It was formed as a result of the Kurobe River carving away the rocks over many years. This area has long been known as a rugged mountainous region, and because it is difficult to access, it has been considered a secret region. Construction of Kurobe Dam. Construction of Kurobe Dam began in the 1950s and 1960s. The construction of Japan's largest dam took place in rugged terrain and harsh natural conditions, with many workers risking their lives to complete it. With the construction of the dam, access to the Kurobe Gorge was improved, and it developed into a tourist destination. The birth of the Kurobe Gorge Railway. The Kurobe Gorge Railway was originally built to transport materials for the construction of a dam, but is now used by many tourists as a tourist railway. This trolley train weaves through the gorge, allowing you to enjoy the magnificent natural scenery. Places to see. Kurobe Gorge Trolley Train. The Kurobe Gorge Railway runs about 20 kilometers from Unazuki Station to Kiyokudera Station, covering a total course of 41 kilometers. From the train windows you can enjoy the magnificent scenery, including beautiful canyons, clear streams, and cliffs of the valley. The scenery is particularly spectacular during the autumn foliage season, attracting many tourists. Sarutobi Gorge. Sarutobi Gorge is a particularly narrow area of the Kurobe Gorge, with rapids running through it. The area where the large rock known as Sarutobi Rock narrows the river and turns it into a rapid is a spot where you can truly feel the power of nature. This area offers a unique combination of natural wildness and beauty. Unazuki Onsen. Unazuki Onsen, where Unazuki Station is located, is known as the gateway to Kurobe Gorge tourism. This hot spring is alkaline and is said to have skin beautifying properties. The hot spring town is lined with foot baths and inns, allowing you to relax after a day of sightseeing. Kiyokudera. Kiyokudera, the terminus of the trolley train, is located deep in the Kurobe Gorge. From here you can explore further into the countryside, such as Sarutobi Gorge and Mikan Onsen. The strange rock formations and caves created by nature, such as the Hito Kuiwa, human-eating rock, and the Kakundu, White Cloud Cave, are particularly noteworthy. Access. From Toyama Station, take the Junior Hokuriku Shinkansen, or the Ainokazi Toyama Railway Line to Kurobe Unazuki Onsen Station, then transfer to the Toyama Chiho Railway Main Line to Unazuki Onsen Station. From Unazuki Onsen Station, transfer to the Kurobe Gorge Railway's trolley train. Car. From Kurobe IC on the Hokuriku Expressway, take National Route 8 and Prefectural Route 14 to Unazuki Onsen. There are many parking lots around Unazuki Onsen Station, but there are also parking lots for passengers using the trolley train. Things to be aware of when visiting. Weather and safety precautions. Kurobe Gorge is located in a mountainous area and the weather can change suddenly. In particular, there is a risk of flooding and slipping during rainy weather. So it is important to check the weather forecast in advance and prepare the necessary equipment. The trolley train may also be suspended due to weather, so be sure to check the operating status in advance. Crowds during autumn foliage season. The area is especially crowded during the autumn foliage season. The best time to see the autumn leaves is from mid-October to early November. And accommodations in the area can fill up quickly during this time, so it's important to plan your visit early. Clothing and equipment. Kurobe Gorge is at a high altitude, so it is cool even in summer, but can be cold in autumn and spring. If you are planning to go hiking or take a long walk, you will need to bring warm clothing and comfortable shoes. Kurobe Gorge is a place where you can experience the majestic nature and history, and a trip on the trolley train will be a lifelong memory. Please visit this place where you can experience the beauty and harshness of nature at the same time. Noto Peninsula. Ishikawa Prefecture. More information on the Noto Peninsula. The Noto region suffered major damage from the 2024 Noto Peninsula earthquake on January 1st of this year. Beautiful natural cityscapes and tourist spots were destroyed in an instant. Even so, many stores have reopened for business for the benefit of their local communities, despite the current difficult circumstances. Having many customers visit the area will help revitalize Noto and also support the area. History: the Sengoku period and the Kaga domain. During the Sengoku period, Noto was incorporated into the Kaga domain present-day Ishikawa prefecture and came under the control of the Maeda clan. During this period, the culture and crafts of the Noto region developed, with Wajima lacquerware and futani ware being particularly famous. Additionally, there are many castle ruins and historical buildings remaining throughout Noto. From modern times to the present, in modern times, the Noto Peninsula became known as a tourist destination, attracting tourists with its natural beauty and traditional culture. Even today, the traditional events and festivals of the Noto region are carefully preserved by the local people. Places to see: Shirahama Nagasa Driveway. Shirahama Nagasa Driveway is the only driveway in Japan where you can drive on a sandy beach that is approximately 8 kilometers long. Here, you can not only enjoy the beautiful scenery of the Sea of Japan while driving, but also stop by the coast to take a stroll and take photos. Wajima City and Wajima Morning Market. Wajima City is the central city of the Noto Peninsula and is known as the birthplace of Wajima lacquerware. Wajima Morning Market is one of the 3 largest morning markets in Japan, where you can purchase fresh seafood and local specialties. You can enjoy the lively atmosphere of the morning market and the local atmosphere, making it a popular spot for tourists. Shiroyone Senmeida. Shiroyone Senmeida is a beautiful rice terrace that has been selected as one of the 100 best rice terraces in Japan, and is a representative site of the Noto Peninsula. You can enjoy the spectacular view of the ocean and rice terraces, especially at sunset. You can see the scenery change as the rice grows, so we recommend visiting during each season. Noto Kongo Ganmen. Noto Kongo is a scenic spot where you can feel the power of nature with its coastline lined with strange rocks and cliffs. In particular, Ganmen is a large rock formation with a sea cave formed inside, and you can enjoy magnificent views of it from hiking trails along the coastline or from sightseeing boats. Rakozaki Lighthouse. Located at the northernmost tip of the Noto Peninsula, Rakozaki Lighthouse is a scenic spot, offering a panoramic view of the Sea of Japan and Toyama Bay. The beautiful scenery is especially beautiful during sunrise and sunset, making it a great time for taking photos. Access: car. To get from Kanazawa to the Noto Peninsula, it is convenient to use the Noto Satuyama Kaido, formerly the Noto Toll Road. It takes about 2 hours by car from Kanazawa City to Wajima City. Additionally, it is convenient to travel by car to tourist spots on the peninsula, and parking lots are available at each tourist spot. Bus. There are buses running from Kanazawa Station to the Noto region. There are also direct buses from Kanazawa Station to Wajima City, as well as sightseeing buses that take in tourist spots such as the Shiroyone Senmeida rice terraces and the Rakozaki Lighthouse. Train. You can access the major cities on the peninsula via Nanao Station and Wakura Onsen Station on the Junior Nanao line, but you will need to take a bus or taxi to get to the tourist spots. Things to note when visiting: getting around public transport is limited on the Noto Peninsula, so the best way to get around is by car. It is important to consider renting a car or plan your trip in advance by checking the bus timetable. Seasonal note: snow may accumulate during the winter months, causing poor road conditions. Driving along coastal roads can be particularly windy and visibility can be poor, so you need to be careful. In addition, the sun is strong in the summer, so it is important to take measures against sunburn at the beach and to stay hydrated. Crowds during tourist season: the Noto Peninsula is particularly popular during Golden Week, summer vacation, and autumn foliage season, so accommodations and parking lots can get crowded. If you are visiting during peak season, it is recommended that you make reservations and plan ahead. Check out traditional events. Many traditional events and festivals are held on the Noto Peninsula from spring to autumn, depending on the time of year you visit. We also recommend enjoying local festivals and events. It is a place where you can enjoy the local culture and cuisine while enjoying the scenery of the 4 seasons. These spots are recommended for foreign tourists as places where they can deeply experience traditional Japanese culture and nature. Addendum regarding the heavy rain disaster in the Noto region: the disaster-stricken area of the Noto region, which was beginning to recover from the earthquake on New Year's Day 2024, was hit by a linear rain band on September 21 due to the influence of an active autumn rain front and a tropical cyclone that had turned from typhoon number 14, and the Noto region of Ishikawa Prefecture was hit by heavy rain disaster. Wajima City, Ishikawa Prefecture, received 121 millimeters of rain in 1 hour, causing a total of 23 rivers to flood in the Noto region. The heaviest rainfall on record has hit Oku Noto, resulting in a series of deaths and missing people, and a frantic search is ongoing. Residents are busy cleaning up after the massive flooding in central Wajima. Regarding tourism in the Noto Peninsula, which I have just mentioned, I have to say that the current situation is quite severe. We ask for your kind support for the Noto disaster and pray for a speedy recovery.